welcome back to a new Blue Fly Tigers video. I'm Julie and I'm going to show you how to play accompany The Sound of Silence, beautiful Simon and Garfunkel song from 1,000 years ago. So thank you, Madeline, for requesting it after seeing the last week's video on Scarborough Fair. They wrote, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel wrote such a huge amount of very, very beautiful music. And this one is a beautiful way to wind up the fingerstyle study that we've been doing over the last few weeks, because we're combining a fingerstyle with strumming, which works so well in this song. So let's get started. It's a little bit more complicated than Scarborough Fair because we're moving around different string sets all the time, but you can actually get around playing this song just using a thumb and index finger, which some of you will find a little bit easier in some respects, but it's knowing which strings we're going to hit. It's also, we're going to be using a passing chord, which is really useful to do. And we're also going to look at A minor 9 in a different fingering. There's lots of different fingerings for all these chords, and this is a beautiful open voiced, open stringed fingering for A minor 9. It's not, you won't find that on the chord sheets. When you start looking up these, Googling online chords for you'll get a once over lightly, and generally accurate, but often missing some nuance and some the extra things that make it readily identifiable. Even after all this time, when we hear this, we know exactly, Sound of Silence. It's such an iconic part of the recording that Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel made. So this is A minor 9. A minor itself doesn't sound quite so good. It hasn't got the same sound, has it? It's a lot more winsome, a lot more, there's an element of longing in there, and underlying melancholy by making it A minor 9. Now, what is a 9 chord? A very good question. Simply put, we're adding the 9th degree of the scale into the chord. Like duh, you will be saying, but there's only 8 notes in this 8 notes in the scale. So where do we get the 9 from? We get that by, we just keep counting. We get all the way around the 8 notes and then go out the other end. So we go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 9. Okay, so why are we calling it a 9th? That's probably a topic for another lesson. It's getting quite complicated at that point, but take my word for it, it's a 9. Now, how can I incorporate that into the chord? Well, the first thing you do when we start extending chords and adding notes into chords, we usually do so by removing another note out of the chord too, and it's going to substitute it, it's going to take its place. And in this particular voicing that Paul Simon uses to great effect, he stitched the 3rd note of the scale. A, B, C, D, E. So that's your A minor triad. A, B, C, D, E. So he's taken that C, which is not usually your first choice, because it's the one that one that defines the chord as being major or minor. But he's chosen to do it and get this lovely, ambiguous, longing, nostalgic kind of sound by doing it. And so he's done that by removing the 3rd, which is the first finger on the second string, 1st fret, and becomes a B. And we get this beautiful open string pattern. Make sure your hand doesn't do something like this. I'll see if I can do it. You don't want it bouncing around like that, because you'll end up hitting the wrong string, especially if you are under any kind of pressure at all, like, hey guys, listen to this. Went wrong. Or an open mic night, or playing with your band, or whatever. So make sure there's no bouncing around, and that platform is held rigid here, as we talked about in some of those prior lessons. Any questions, of course, just drop them below, comments and questions. I'd love to hear from you, and I love to teach, and I love to hear your questions and how I can explain something better or differently. So it makes the chord very easy to finger. All we have to do is one finger. It's the 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and the 3 strings we're going to play to get this pattern are the 3rd, 2nd, 1st string. So I'm only going to use index and middle. You can make it change fingering, but we'll keep it simple. So it's your thumb on the 3rd string, index finger on the 1st string, thumb moves to the second string. And again with your index finger, you're playing the first string. So the effect of that is thumb, index, thumb moves across, thumb, index, thumb goes back down to the third string, 1, that's it, and the first finger on the, so you've got effectively, we've got the thumb moving between 2 strings to give us 2 notes, and the index finger is playing in the open first string in between each of those, and it gives us this really beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we change chords. Now for the introduction for the song, it is just doing just that, just pedals on that A minor 6. Before any of you ask, how do I know it's not A6? Another really, really good question, because of the harmonic language of the song, and because of what the other chords are going to be, and what notes the melody are using. For that reason, I know it's an A minor. So we do this until we're finished with the singers all ready, including if it's you, you're ready to sing. Just strum the 5 string, hello darkness my old, and come in on the G. So for the first 4 beats you've got that rest, so you've got that introduction, 1, 2, 3, okay, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Now again, we might as well finger the whole G in this case because that's what you're used to doing. But we're going to stay on the same string set, so you really only need that 3rd fret first string. So we're going to, or if you, doesn't sound so good, does it? So, or, doesn't sound so good either. So these are the things when I've deliberately did that, so that when you're learning another song, you can experiment. You can change the song. There's no reason you have to play it the way Paul Simon does. He wouldn't be playing it the same way every time he plays it either. Not after 50 odd years of doing it. He'll be doing his head in. So music is always alive. It's growing. It's changing. So feel free to make changes. Yeah, experiment with sounds. What did you like? Is that what you wanted to hear? And give yourself a chance too, because if it's unexpected, you can't predict what it's going to sound like. Your first reaction might be, oh, that's not right. So 1, 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and then the singer comes in on the 2, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and G. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to play the 6th string on with the thumb, and the index finger is going to be sticking entirely to the 2nd string, 1, and then I'm going to bring the thumb. It's quite a long way to carry it, so make sure you don't move the whole hand to do that, because you're going to hit a wrong string. You can count on it, especially when you really don't want to, if you're recording it or making a YouTube video or playing in public in any way at all. So 6, 2, and then I'm playing, it's still the same note, but it's an octave higher. 3rd string open, so I've still got some movement happening in the bottom line. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just 1 count of 4 back to the A minor 6. 1, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and it's often on the recording he gives it then because of Vision Soft, and that gives you plenty of time to get to your F. I like to finger the whole chord because I'm going to do the same thing with the bass note. Or you could experiment. No, I don't like that. I do like that, so maybe I'll keep that. So this is how you can, I'm doing this so you can see how you would experiment and where to start looking. You know, well, what notes do I choose out of random notes? If you put the whole chord down over 6 strings, you're not going to hit a wrong string. You're just going to, or a wrong note. You're just going to hit one you perhaps prefer not to use. So try things. Do I like that? Yeah, kind of. Do I like this? Nah. Or, yeah, it kind of works. But do it the other way. 4th string, 1st string. So the index finger's going to concentrate on that 1st string, 3rd string, 4th string, 3rd string, C, 1. So now I'm going to do 5th string, 1st string. I'm going to go from the 5th to the 4th because we've got the C, which is the 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 1st fret, and then we've got the 4th string, 2nd fret, and the 3rd string. Or it doesn't matter if you prefer to use that shape for the chord, it makes no difference to the string because of the strings we're choosing. You can have your 3rd finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, or you can play the full chord. So now we're going from the C, 3, 4, or we could, no, I don't like that. So I'm going to go for the 6th string first, 5th string first, 5th, 1st, 4th, 1st, 1, back to the F, just 2 beats for that, 2 counts, 1, 2, 1, 2, C, 1, 2, F again, 1, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C. Now here's where the passing note comes in, or even a passing chord. It's kind of going. So what we're going to do, and some of the websites that you may look at which have the chords, they'll show it as a C/B chord, because what we're doing, we're just linking C to the A minor. And so there's only one note that actually fits in the scale, isn't there? We've got A, B, C, or in this case we're going back as the descending line, C, B, A. So it's a really lovely progression. You don't have to do it, you can just stick to the you can do that. I like to go 1, 2, 1 and 2 and what am I doing? And the G. So what strings am I playing? 5th and 1st. 5th, but we've changed the note from the 3rd fret to the 2nd on the 5th string. And back to that A minor 6. G, 6 and 1, 3 and 1. And G, A minor 6 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then the next verse comes in through narrow streets I walked alone. I think that's the words. And we're going to start strumming it. Another really good effect that you often hear used in this song is we start by playing the chord, A minor in this case, and for the upstroke, play open strings and put it straight back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It gives an idea, it gives an illusion of, well, it does, it creates movement and interest in the accompaniment without technically changing anything really. It's just, and it gives a lot more momentum because now he's through narrow streets of cobblestones he walked alone. So he's moving somewhere. So the very clever arrangement that he created gives us the gives it a sense of movement as someone walks down the streets. There's always a reason that these are crafted in the way they are. So again, experiment. Take in all the information you have. What's the mood of the song? If there are lyrics in there, of course, in the work we're doing, there are lyrics. So when you've got lyrics to work from, how are you going to match the energy or the emotional intention of those lyrics in your accompaniment? 1 and 2, 3 and so same chord sequence. F, which is a bar chord. So it's bars on the first fret. First finger is 1, 2, third string, second fret, fifth string, third fret, fourth string, third fret. C again. C again. And 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and C. Now, remember that passing note we had when we were playing a fingerstyle accompaniment? We can still do that while we're strumming. Just make sure we hit that fourth, what am I talking about? This fifth string. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1. So I'm going to put 2 downstrokes there. And a 2 E and a, not covering all 6 strings. We haven't got time, and it clutters up the song if you've got too many notes. So nice sparse chords of only maybe 2 or 3 strings, possibly 4, but certainly no more. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 E and a G and back to A minor and 1 E and a 2 E and when you want to finish the last verse of the song, 1 G of silence. Revert to the pattern we started with, or you can fit it in between. It's entirely open, and that's so creative. There's just so many ways that you can choose to play this, and experiment. So as a good starting place to experiment, look at staying on the chord shape. Put the whole chord down, so whatever note you play, it's going to be the right note for the chord. How does it fit the melody? And give yourself a chance to hear and really understand what you've just done. Don't go, oh, that's weird, and that's often because you just didn't expect it. So give yourself a chance to hear it. Is it really good or is it not? And feel free, you might play it a particular way for weeks and then change your mind and do it differently. And that's allowed as well. So just recapping what we've covered, which was a lot in 15 odd minutes of this video. Now we looked at a new fingerstyle pattern, segueing between using a fingerstyle and into the strumming, and passing notes again. Linking 2 chords with a note that's going to create a nice smooth line, either ascending or descending depending on which way the chord change is going. In this case, C to A minor, so we're going to go C, B, A, which gives us that beautiful effect. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please your comments and things. I'm very keen to hear from you always. And don't forget, like and subscribe, those of you who are watching this on my YouTube platform. And let me know what you'd like to learn next week. Always keen to, much prefer to build a lesson around something that somebody's asked to do. So until then, matiwa.